Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Tiffany Andrea. So in today's video, I want to show you all how I do my braid pattern for Upart wigs. So my method is super easy and super quick. So I will be doing a middle part, and if you're like me and you're not sure how far your part should go back, just put your hair back into a low bun. Grab your Upart wig and just test it out. Alright, so now that you have an idea of how far your middle part should go, we are now going to focus on how much hair needs to be left out, because you want to make sure that you leave enough hair to cover the wig, but you also want to make sure you don't leave too much hair out just because it's unnecessary. So I will be making two parts, one on each side of the middle part, just so I can have an idea of how much hair needs to be left out on the right side and how much hair needs to be left out on the right side. And basically it's just going to be equal amounts as best as you can do. I'm not sure how to describe how much hair I left out. Maybe like finger width is how much I left out. Sorry, I'm not good with measurements, but yeah. So right now I am just getting some hair out of the way so I can braid up my leave out, because we will not be touching the leave out until the very end. So this step is optional. Some people like to have hair left out on the sides, some people don't. Personally, I like to have some hair left out on the sides, just in case you ever have to put your hair back or put your hair behind your ear. You really don't want a braid to show, so I think it looks more natural when you have some hair left out on the sides, but that's totally up to you. So now we are going to focus on the braid that is going to be behind the leave out. So this braid is important because most Upart wigs have 3 combs or clips at the top of the wig, one on each side and also one in the middle. So the comb or clip that is in the middle will be hooked onto this braid. By the way, I was laughing because my part was not straight, but it really doesn't matter because no one is going to see your braids. So it doesn't matter if your braids are neat or sloppy. Just make sure they are nice and laid down. Now we are going to focus on the 2 other important braids. These braids are the 2 braids that will be on the side of your leave out. So these braids will be the braids that the comb or clips will be hooked onto. So you don't want it too small and you don't want it too big. And as you can see, I did not start my braid all the way at the beginning. You really want your braid to start at the beginning. You don't want, I don't even know how to explain, but when you start braiding, just make sure that the braid starts at the beginning and there's no hair pulled back. So yeah, it should look like this. Excuse the hair that I forgot to braid up. I did fix that later on. So now I am just braiding the rest of my hair straight down to the back. I think this way is super easy. I always see people braid their hair going down the sides of their head. I have never tried that way. I just feel like braiding your hair straight back is just easy and simple and quick. So that is how I always done it. And basically you're just gonna have 3 or 4 braids going back. And your braids do not have to be super small. Probably about a medium-sized braid is what you want to go for. Also, let's go back to the 2 braids that are beside the leave out. So those 2 braids, you don't want it too small. You don't want it too big. I would probably say a medium size as well. Because if the braid is too small, you really don't want your clip or your comb to put a lot of tension on that small braid. That's just my opinion. Also, if it's too big, it might leave like a lump or a hump. And you don't want anyone to detect that there's a braid under the wig, because the whole purpose is to make sure that people think it's your hair. So yeah, we are now moving on to the other side of my head. This is what my hair looks like braided back. Like I said, I did fix the hair that I left out. Now I'm just going to braid up the smaller braids into a bigger braid or a plait. And then I'm just going to roll that up into a ball. And now I am just putting some oil on my scalp. Alright, so now I will be showing you all how I put on my Upart wig. I am first going to start off with one of these side combs. The side comb will be going on the side braid. The middle comb will be going on the middle braid. And the other side comb will be going on the other side braid. So yeah, it is very simple. Also, if you decide that you do not want to leave out any hair that's in the front side, you can also just put the comb or the clip and attach it to the braid that's going down the side of your head. As you can see, the wig is nicely laid. There are no braids that are poking out. And don't forget to use the comb that is in the very back of the wig cap. That makes it more secure and just gives me a peace of mind even more. So yeah, look at how laid and flat this wig looks. Now it is time to take the leave out down. I am just going to get my part together. I make sure that I cover the back of my wig and the sides of my wig. So now I'm just going to brush my leave out into the wig. As you can see, it blended pretty well, but in the next clip, I did straighten my hair. So in this clip, I straightened my hair and I also took out the braids on the side. So you have leave out in the middle and leave out on the sides, and I think it looks so good. It looks very natural, and in my opinion, you cannot tell that it's not my hair. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video, and I thank you all for watching. I will catch you all next time.